Hey, what's going on, my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and today I'm going to share with you 7 signs that your heart chakra is healing and opening up beautifully. A lot of different videos and such, they talk about some of the surface level symptoms like energy in your heart space, that kind of thing. But there are actually a lot of more universal and deeper signs of a massive heart opening that a lot of people don't necessarily correlate with having such a profound and positive significance. So that's the purpose of this video, to let you know that even if you've been feeling very emotional, very unbalanced, very stressed, and all these different symptoms that can sometimes go along with this heart opening, that you're actually in the process of something grand and amazing. So stay tuned if you want to hear those signs. I'll get into them right now. Number 1, perhaps the most confusing, is that you'll be feeling usually a lot of potent emotions. We all have waves of emotion varying across the spectrum that wash over us throughout our days, right? And they all have a certain level of, potency and intensity. Well, when you're going through a heart opening, a heart chakra healing, those very emotions, those waves will seem stronger, more fierce, more stormy, more powerful, more potent. And initially, this can make you seem like you're doing the opposite of having a heart opening, because why would I be feeling such intense sorrow or pain or frustration or anger or fear or anxiety or trepidation or worry? This is not love. No, but they are emotions that are obscuring your eternal natural connection to the love that will just pour out of your heart. But in order to get to that pure expression and openness of your heart chakra, you'll need to go through those emotions. And your higher self, your inner being, your inner spirit knows that. So it will align you with circumstances in your life designed to trigger up those heavy emotions, obscuring your heart space. And just so you get the point, they're going to be more potent and more obvious, so you look at them, pay attention to them, and then release them. Number 2, you might find that surface level pleasures and stimulation, maybe hobbies that once interested you, are no longer cutting it. They're no longer satisfying you. You're starting to understand that there's something deeper that you're not quite getting yet, and you're not going to find it in these patterns and these things that you've been doing a lot of maybe throughout your life. One of the ways I realize this is with my growth on YouTube. Well, I wanted to be a YouTuber for a long time. After 6 years, I finally developed the courage to get onto YouTube. It didn't go smoothly for a while, but eventually I started to get traction, and it was just so exciting and rewarding and empowering to see that I did that, and I started to grow very quickly. And for a while, seeing these numbers and how many subscribers I was getting every day was like, wow, yeah, awesome. But over time, this sort of superficial high I was experiencing became more seen as such, more realized to be ultimately unfulfilling. I also noticed this with snacking on unhealthy foods. That's something I've had a habit of doing my whole life. I've been a personal trainer, so I could always work it off and stuff, so no one really saw it. But I tend to have a bingey kind of mindset with unhealthy food, and I've shared before. And that started to become seen as just such a weak, dim, fleeting pleasure, ultimately not at all fulfilling. And this can initially seem like, wow, what is there? And that's the question. That's the reason that you're having this clarity and realization that these other things aren't it. They aren't ultimately your deeper truth. And only in that awareness can you start looking elsewhere. Can you break those patterns? So if you feel kind of dull and like things aren't satisfying you, that's actually a good sign. And it's going to cause you to start asking the question of, well, what will satisfy me? And that's the magic question. And that's what will eventually be answered, because you're a powerful co-creator. You might find, number 3, that you're doing a lot of processing. Or maybe you should be doing more processing, which is to imply me time. A lot of processing implies that you need more time to allow your system, your body, your vessel to sort of reorient itself as you are going through these potent cleanses and these sort of mental shifts and all this transformation. It's important to make the choice to take the time if you're not doing it. And I'll give an example. I have this good friend, her name is Sarah. And what she does is she's a combo practitioner, which, without going deeply into that, is an Amazonian powerful cleanse, spiritual cleanse. And she holds ceremonies, and it's a lot of work. She really has to hold space for a lot of people going through very profound and sort of drastic healings. And it's transformative for her to be connected to that. So usually for a few days afterwards, she'll need to process, to take time to rest and to heal and just to be with herself. And the other day, she was supposed to come over to shoot a podcast with me. She's a good friend of mine. And she emailed me the day before saying, "Hey, Vic, listen, dude, I just had a bunch of ceremonies. Is there any way we can push this back? I'm feeling a bit foggy and run down at the moment, and I want to be at my best." So if you've not been feeling your best, and you've been needing, or at least knowing you need to take more time just to rest and be with yourself, that's also a sign of this heart opening, because it implies you're doing a lot of healing work, a lot of emotional cleansing right now. Number 4, sort of somewhat specifically, though this is not always the case, is that you might feel just a heaviness in your chest area, a heaviness and like an energy, like you need to like open it up and release it. That won't always be the case, but oftentimes is. And everyone will experience this energetic aspect of the awakening process to varying degrees, and they're all valid. Okay, so some of you might have a very discernible sort of like pockety type of energy looming over your heart space. Other people might just feel like a general tightness that you could say, well, I could just be like congested or something, where it's not that obvious. But you might feel, again, just sort of a heaviness in your chest area, with also the intuition that it would be nice to release it. Number 5, you might find that the emotions that you're processing and sort of dealing with, maybe the themes in your life, have a deeper origin. Meaning, I'll give an example briefly of a surface level issue. You go to work and someone says something that is offensive, and you find yourself, you can't sleep at night. That's sort of a sense of ruminating. There's some anxiety and emotions and maybe some resentment going on. But the themes in your life, the emotions getting triggered up will be more powerful than that. They will be deeper. They'll be like the true like root type of emotions that have been blocking your heart space probably your entire life, like intense fear, intense lack of self-worth, really strong feeling of unconfidence, a really strong feeling of sorrow, or like no one loves you. Like those real deep inner child types of wounds will be more of the forefront of the themes in your life. And that's how you know, again, your heart chakra is opening, because those are the things that maybe you deal with the annoying person at work and you're fine up here at this top layer. But for you to really have that massive heart space opening, you're going to be going deep. And not everyone's ready for this. Not everyone does this right away. I didn't. But as the awakening gets deeper within you, so does the nature of these emotional cleanses. And it can seem like regression. It can seem like you're not doing a good job, when in fact, you're finally going deep, because you have that strength and courage and experience, and you're ready for that real big opening and that real big shift. Number 6, you might find that you're getting touched more by life, where you have those moments where you're really connected with what matters in life. And I'll give an example. That sounded probably kind of vague. Just last night, this is happening with me right now. I was watching this movie, Jack, with my family. Jack is about Robin Williams in the movie. He plays a 40-year-old man who ages so quickly, 4 times the rate of a normal person. So really, he has the mind of a 10-year-old. And he's going to school like 4th or 5th grade or something. He's got all these like young kids playing in tree houses. Anyway, it becomes kind of a very touching movie. And the whole theme is about that life is fleeting. Our life is like a shooting star. And we're beautiful. We light up the place, and then we fizzle out. And I just watched the movie. I just got so emotional for like the last hour of the movie. It was just so touching. I just felt so connected to like the point and the purpose and the meaning within the movie. I was less in my mind watching intellectually and more connected to my feelings, more deep within my heart space. And therefore, I just felt touched by the movie to an unusual degree. So that's kind of what I mean by being touched by aspects of life. You might find yourself just getting choked up more easily, more in touch with your soul's response to situations in your life rather than your mind's response. Number 7, you might find that you're seriously reevaluating your values and truly putting time and real energy into seeking something deeper in life. You might find that your career is no longer going to cut it. You know you're not going to ultimately be happy there if you were to never leave for the rest of your career. And you're starting to see kind of like the writing on the wall, and there's this knowing that there is more to life that you came to experience. Beyond that awareness, it's to the point where you're like hell-bent on finding it. Well, what is it? I want it, and I want it now. I really don't want to go on the way things are, business as usual, much longer because I'm really becoming growingly discontent and unsatisfied. I need something deeper. I know there's something deep within myself, something, a service or a mission or something I came to express or do. And it's something that you're genuinely thinking about, genuinely seeking out. Because when you open up your heart chakra, when you get into your heart space, you start living from more of the vantage point perspective of your soul. And your soul does have talents. It does have value to add. It does have a mission here in this lifetime now. And it's going to find it. It's going to provoke you to seek out for it. Because in the end, we all came here to spread love. And you finding the thing in life that satisfies you, even if it's for you and you enjoy it, which is totally fine, it's going to also be, in a sense, spreading higher dimensional love energy as you do it. You watch Jimi Hendrix play a guitar solo. There is high vibrations emanating from a man who's so connected with his soul's essence. Or Michael Jackson dancing around on stage, or whatever, Michael Jordan shooting, and there's millions of other examples of people who have connected with their soul and opened up their hearts to their own divine gifts. And that's what all this stuff means. All the things that you were going through, probably thinking like, am I having a midlife crisis? What the hell's going on with me? Why am I so unhappy for no reason when nothing really has changed so much on the outside? Where are these crazy emotions coming from? Why am I so tired and need to process and need more me time? Nothing seems to be standing up. All of that is connected to your heart blossoming, your healing, your gravitating towards alignment. Finally. It's a beautiful thing. Congratulations if that's you. It really means you're going deep and you're going to go for it and you're going to find it. You're going to get what the real potential of the human experience in this lifetime, which that is of joy, connection, passion, and love, my friend. Congrats. Okay, well, that is all I have to share for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. It's an honor and a pleasure to be speaking with you. I know if you resonate with this information, then you really are a deep diver, and I respect that and I honor you, so thank you. And with that, I'm gonna bounce real quick before I go. If this is your very first time stumbling upon my YouTube channel, I'll let you know I do have a couple of free meditations. One I'm offering in this video is a free healing guided meditation. It will really help you if you're like having trouble getting rid of these big emotions that are coming up, really don't know what to do with them, don't know how to process. This is something you can pop in and listen to, and it will guide you through a healing. But it's not me. I don't take credit for the healing. I guide you through the realization that you already know how to heal yourself. That's the underlying purpose of this meditation. It's totally free. I channeled it just like I do all these videos. Check it out down below in the description if you'd like. With that, I'm gonna bounce. You guys have an amazing day. Have a great week. I'll see you all next time. Subscribe if you want more videos of this nature if you are going through a spiritual awakening and want that guidance. I do a lot of videos on that topic. Namaste, my friends. Peace.